Starting the analysis with DXY. Here on the last week, price broke this consolidation. It swept this liquidity and tapped into the FVG, and these are the targets which we can see price aiming for this week. Now moving to AU. This was a really good support zone because you can see price, this was a FVG, this tried to bounce, finally bounce again, but it respected this FVG, sweep this, and we finally break the support, moving downwards. Although we are moving downwards, but still this yesterday's candle is really big. It's an expansion candle. So if we take a trade here and try to sell, there's higher chances that price will come up again and then go down. So it's better to wait for next day. A small candle forms which creates an FVG from here, and then we can wait for price to go into FVG and then sell, or wait for a C2 to form first and then sell on C3. So tomorrow nothing on AU. EJ again, I have no, it's choppy for me. There are multiple swing lows here, also here. It's not clear, so better to wait for tomorrow a candle to close either like this or like this, so we can decide and wait for an FVG or wait for a C2 to form and then trade it to these lows. But I'm not really hopeful for EJ because of these swings. So there are a lot of orders here. It's better for a candle to break this and then to look for shorts till here, because the price action is much cleaner in this region. So that's what I'll probably do. Maybe wait for this week, wait for price to break this area, and then once we have a close, and then we can aim for these lows. This will be the aim. So wait on this. EU, there's a good swing point, another swing point, and another swing point. Although these are far ones, but still. Just like DXY, it's inverse of DXY. We tap into the FVG, we sweep this, and we finally break the lows which we were hoping for the price to break, because it tapped into the FVG. Now the yesterday's candle is too big. It's an expansion candle, so the same as AU, wait for tomorrow to open, make something like this, so we get an FVG, and then wait for price to go up. We can sell while it's here and then ride this, or wait for a C2 and then trade C3. Although targets will be this low because price can reverse from here. So if you look at this, AU is much better because this is the recent low. So we have little bit larger range in this, but still it's something to look out for. GJ, this is a swing point. This is a sweep inside a FVG. So this is overall bearish, I would say. It's bearish, but again, yesterday candle is really big. So the best thing to do is wait for tomorrow. Let an FVG form, and then you can trade this C2 or we can trade a C3 till this point. Yeah. Or one more thing, if price comes here, forms a C2 to the long side because it's a swing point. This is a swing point. If we get a C2 here, then we can look for longs till either this point or till this point. So have to see what happens. A clear swing low. Nothing much here, it's choppy. Again the same thing, wait for a FVG. It's really expanded. The candle is really big. It's stupid to look to sell tomorrow. So it's better to wait for tomorrow's candle to close than a C2. So either we can trade in the C2 or trade in the C3 till here, till this point. Okay, a clear major high. It's really clear. Although what I can see is yesterday this is a C2. Actually can long this, can long till here, till this point. So it tap into FVG, formed a C2. What I'm looking is, if tomorrow we already have a FVG, if let's say 1 or 2 candles I get a pullback, a small pullback in this FVG, and then I get a C2 somewhere over here or something, let's say somewhere over here, then can long till this area. It will be a small, like less than 2 hour trade, but yeah, can long this. So I'll mark this for tomorrow. Although have to look because this is also a swing point. So let's say if in the morning price goes up and then down, then I'll be suspicious because it already tapped into this swing point. So maybe it's turning, but if it opens and goes down and then something like this, then I might look to trade it till this point. Same UCHF, same as others. We have this swing high that it break. This is the recent swing. Although yesterday on Friday it was a good expansion candle, so we cannot long today. So what we have to wait for is for a slightly small pullback candle which makes FVG. So this is for tomorrow, and day after tomorrow what we can do is wait for the sweep. Let's say we get a candle like this, so wait for the sweep of this candle's low, which is in an FVG. Price opens here, gives us a sweep, and at sweep we can look for longs, or if we don't get something like this, then this will be a C2 and C3 till here. Among GU, EU and AU, UCHF has the biggest range. This is the biggest range. So this will be the best to long. We can get larger risk rewards in this. uh, we have a swing point. It just keeps expanding. This was a good FVG and a C2, but it keep expanding. So this was the best trade to take with the target still here. But for now, there's no C2, no C3, no FVG. So it's nothing we can do as of now. Maybe in upcoming 2-3 days or by the middle of this week, you can see a C2 forming from here, a bearish C2. Then we can short it a tiny bit. I don't know, but this is what I expect in this upcoming, or we can just break it. No idea. But for tomorrow and day after tomorrow, I see nothing. For gold, again the same thing, sweep into FVG. Here expecting a bearish, and this is the lowest swing low we have. But yesterday was a really big expansion candle, which is really bad to look for shorts today because price already did its job, so it needs to rest for a little bit. So the best thing to do is wait for tomorrow, so we get something that forms an FVG, and then either we can trade a C2, early C2, or we can trade a C3 till these lows. So out of all the pairs, gold and UCHF has the largest range till here. Rest depends. But for tomorrow, the only pair I'm looking at is USD CAD, which depends on how the pair opens tomorrow. If it just goes up, sweeps this and this, and comes down, I won't look for short. I would not look for longs. But if it just comes down first, makes a wick on daily time frame, then I can look for a 4-hour C2 in this FVG zone. So the daily pushes up till this point. That's all for the 8th of June pre-market review.